Hello, this is Kevin Judd, Senior Staff Product Manager for InfiniBand switches at Qlogic. And here at ISC in Hamburg this year, this switch scales up to 864 ports in a single chassis, rack-mountable solution. We also have on display our edge switches, a 36-port 1U device, and our 4-leaf system, which starts at 18 ports and scales all the way up to 98 ports. The other big announcement we have here this year is the announcement of our brand new QDR HCAs, both a dual port and single port device. We've seen a lot of really good activity. Given the world economic activity that we've seen, we would have probably expected a much lighter show, but it seems to have been an extremely busy show with a lot of interest by a number of companies, research institutions, universities, various companies, and the foot traffic and end users has been really tremendous. Seen a lot of interesting new products from a lot of different companies. And what we've seen and heard from a lot of people is that InfiniBand really is got a strong foothold in the HPC market. We're starting to see it go into additional adjacent areas such as the enterprise data center and cloud computing. And we really feel, along with some of the other companies that provide InfiniBand product, that InfiniBand is really a strong, viable interconnect going forward compared to a lot of the other interconnects that we've seen. It's clearly one of the highest bandwidth, lowest latency devices. So this year we're very excited to see the InfiniBand showing in the top 500. Again, we saw a phenomenal showing in top 500 clusters by the InfiniBand based clusters. The top position was an InfiniBand cluster. We saw a large portion of both the top 10, top 100, even the whole top 500 as a whole, using InfiniBand clusters. We see a much better efficiency and utilization in the InfiniBand clusters than we see from many of the other interconnects that have traditionally been used. Again, we saw no real gains by 10 GD, and we don't expect it, right now that it will be. Very low performance from some of the other clusters based on some of the gig Ethernet kind of performance-based clusters. One of the exciting things we also did that I think is very important for InfiniBand as a interconnect and an open standard is there's a widespread, large-scale InfiniBand 40 gigabit per second cluster built across a numerous number of booths. And the good thing about that is it shows interoperability between all of the different competitive products out in the marketplace. And it's a critical factor to continue to show this kind of interoperability to help prove to customers going forward and end users that InfiniBand really is a standards-based product, and that product coming from any number of vendors will interoperate. This will help to promote InfiniBand as a long-term viable solution, similar to what happened with the adoption of the Ethernet, where it became a very ubiquitous standard and people felt comfortable buying Ethernet from a number of vendors because it was so interoperable. So we're very excited that this has been a successful demonstration and improved the interoperability across multiple competitive products in the industry.